Knowing what God wants you to do for him and willingly abandoning it to what you want is choosing death. Let me say it again. I said, knowing what God wants you to do for him and willingly insulted God. When you leave that work, you will separate from God. Because the only relationship we have with God is made around work. If your work cannot attract God, prayer will... Listen, in prayer, we'll be looking for God in prayer. Trying to invite him. But in work, you keep God. When you're busy with work, you keep God with your work. Because the God of your life is the God of your work. Write it down in your paper that way. The God of your life is the God of your work. Somebody say, but I'm working for God, I'm suffering. I say, you're not suffering, you're greedy. God does not give people work and go away. He cares about you in the work. Can you look up? In prayer, you look for God. In work, God will look for you. Let me say again. I say in prayer, you look for God. But in work, because God wants his work to be worked, he's the one that will look for you. In 3:8 of the book of Genesis, at the cool of evening, God looked for Adam. It wasn't Adam praying. There was no prayer he needed. I said there was. No, we didn't pray in Eden. But God was coming. Can I tell you something? Have you ever gotten to a place where a particular work that is important to God can only be done by you? That is, you were customized. I mean, you were wired for that particular work. And you know it. And you gave it attention. God will always be with you. God can't separate from work. And Kennedy, I'm sharing on work lead to life and death. All important people of the earth, all the what? Preserve their life through their work. All of them. And all that their lives were taken. Their lives were taken by death when they ignore the work that will keep God around. Like what I said now, like what I just said. If Adam didn't go outside Eden, he wouldn't die. But Mr. Adam went outside Eden and started tilling ground. Somebody who was asked to dress. Let me ask you to listen about arrangement. Let me ask you to listen to this arrangement. In the Garden of Eden, we have 4 rivers and the golden land. It was there in the arrangement for Adam, in the work of Adam. So when God gives you work, he makes arrangement for you in the work. If you need a house, he will give you in time. If you need a car, he will give you. When you need food, it's there in the work. You don't even pray for it. He stays there to give it to you. When Adam left that garden, Adam started tilling ground. He became a naked man. Excuse me. Outside Eden, there was no 4 rivers. There was no golden land. Have you seen why people are suffering? Adam started walking a walk that killed him. You're playing with Satan. Please hear me. I feel like shouting. Satan is matured. Every day he make mockery of believers. You want to make a sensible choice. You want to be wise against purpose. You want to say that you know. After God has gazetted your life, you took your life out of God. For those of us who are intelligent and belong to the kingdom, listen, let me tell you something you don't know. Some people has wandered so much in life that they can no longer sit down somewhere. They are used to sleeping on that bridge. So when you want to keep them in a house, it becomes so difficult for them. Because they are already used to discomfort. So they can no longer be part of organized living. They are made subject to precarious situations. So they like it. That is why a young girl can go to Calabar to live and doesn't have anybody there. And then she went to Calabar from Akure after staying in one village in Kogi State. She went to Akure from one village in Kogi State. Now from there she landed into Akwa Ibom. Now she's moving all these things because she's used to precarious situation. That is, she's used to wayward movement. Because she's not preserved. There are many people like that. The end used to be painful. Let me tell you something. There could be chance. But don't worry about it. There could be chance. But don't worry about it. Don't envy somebody who is living without investing his life. Don't envy it. Somebody came and said, Shepherd, the Lord asked me that you are my father in the Lord now. So I said, who used to be? Couldn't you be your father in the Lord? Walk up and down. Who used to be your father in the Lord? That just now I have become. Just now. Now. Who used to be your father in the Lord since 10 years? Anything that must reign must be stable. I say anything that must. In John chapter 10, Jesus said, I know my sheep. It's not everybody that's the sheep of RevChrisChristian. He said, my sheep. He said, I know it, and they know me. He said, they know my voice. Somebody said, I don't like that sermon. I said, are you sheep of immortality? Are you part of this fold? This is a fold. This is a sheepfold. I'm shepherd of a sheepfold, not shepherd of everybody. A saved shepherd of mankind in theory, when we have faith. Walk lead to life and death. What is clear to me, shepherd of mankind, shepherd of immortality, shepherd of locust, and that's what is clear. Shepherd of mankind is not very clear. Before somebody say, I don't like your sermon. I preach to those who must not die. I said that's why I'm talking. Do you see the way I talk about the way I brought money? I'm not a prosperity preacher. I preach something that is bigger than money. Something that's more valuable. Jesus walked only one walk. Walk of Christ. That's what I'm sharing on. Jesus walked the walk of Christ. Joshua walked the walk of Moses. Joshua walked the walk of Moses, and Moses walked the walk of God. So if you want God to protect you, find out the work of God for your life. Find out the work of God for your life. If you say, praise God, I'm going to give you this gift. Listen, learning is continuous on the earth. Learning is continuous. Don't learn only now. Learning is continuous. Remember that you have to wear crown for it. So you do it very well. Whatever you want to do on earth. Can you look at second Timothy 4? He said, I've fought a good fight and finished my cause.
I've kept the faith.
Number 8.
Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge,
praise God. Praise God. The crown Apostle Paul is talking is a crown of his work.